Hey, today we're going to show you how to use the Bruno Curbsider boot hoist. Now I'll explain a few things about the Bruno hoist and then we'll show you how to actually operate it. So as the name suggests, Curbsider, the hoist is designed to rotate and not just come behind the vehicle but then also rotate to come to the curb side of the road. So that helps then when you're trying to manage tighter spaces around your vehicle, or also if you have a vehicle that has a drop-down tailgate, such as a previous model Land Cruisers and BMW X5s, those kind of cars, it allows the crane head to come past and pick up your mobility device from the side here. Now there are some constraints in terms of the extension of the hoist. So if it is a quite large chair, then it may not be able to have enough extension. But that's when we go through the assessment process with yourself and your vehicle and your device to determine if this is the right fit for you. Now in terms of the Curbsider itself, there are different variations. This particular model is the VSL 6900 that features a telescopic head. There is another version of the hoist that has a fixed crane head, and that goes between the weight limits of 113 kilos to 204 kilos. The telescopic version has a working load limit of 181 kilos. The telescopic version is not weatherproof, and whereas the fixed version is weatherproof, so you can use it for a ute type vehicle. Alrighty, now we're going to sort of show you how it works. You've got the remote, so for you as the person that's needing to use this device, or maybe you're a care person, you generally want to be able to sort of stand unassisted. However, if you do have slight balance issues, you are still able to use the hoist, but you may just have to be leaning against your vehicle, maybe have one hand sort of holding it while then you use the remote. Now when cameraman zooms to here, you'll see that there's 6 buttons on this remote. You have your up, down, which is for the lifting strap. You have your in, out, that's for the rotation. And then you have your extend and retract, and that's for the telescopic head feature. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how it works, where you just simply press and hold the out button, and then it'll rotate. Now you could stop it here, okay? Or you could keep holding it and bring it all the way to the curb. Okay? For these demo purposes, we'll sort of show you how to do it here. Now we'll get our trusty demo chair, which is this Coroni wheelchair base. So you're going to have different types of lifting devices fitted, 4 buckles, 4 hooks, special T-claws and the likes. Whereas with here, we're just going to have a central lift point with a carabiner. So you've got to lower down the strap. Now for you to be able to use this, you've got to have it's got a magnet here as well. So you can just put the magnet on the crane head. So you can have one hand holding here if you need the support, or further down. And then, or you don't have to, you just simply bend down and hook up, okay? Then you get yourself up. Then you raise your device. Now you've got to be careful, because the thing is, you may have hooked it on at a slight angle away, so off center. So what will happen is when you go to raise it, you'll then possibly want to swing your device. So you just want to slowly bring it up and just make sure it's not going to hit your bumper. Now I'm quite close. Now what I should have done is extended this out. So I just simply press the extend button. This will now give me a good clearance from the bumper. raise it back up. Now with most crane hoists, you may notice on the lifting strap or rope some sort of indicator. That's just to make sure that you don't go too far up to potentially jam the belt or blow the fuse. So always just try and be within the limit, right? Now that's enough height for us to clear. So what we want to do is then press the in button. And as you're rotating in, it's a good idea to, if you can, hold on to the device, because you've got this unit suspended in the air, right? So there's going to be a bit of, shakes and wobbles to a certain extent, right? So you just want to make sure you keep your trim nice and safe. So when you're rotating it in, you just, guide it. But also it helps you then when you want to position it within the vehicle. Now let's say that's not the position I want to get to. Now because of this telescopic feature, I can make sure my mobility device goes further away, all right? So I'll just retract it out, extend it, sorry. Lower down, disconnect, and then you're done. Now that's just half the job. The other half is then securing a mobility device. So depending on what type of tie down points you may have in the vehicle, you just get your straps and then you secure over the frame, or you secure through the frame or on the tie down points, whichever is suitable for your mobility device and your vehicle, to make sure that it stays in place and does not become a projectile on the vehicle. Now in most instances you would actually do the opposite of what I did. So I extended the hoist out, but in most instances the chair may be too wide, where then the feature of the telescopic head, you would actually retract it back in. And why you would retract it back in is to then allow it to the mobility device fit through the door opening here. Because commonly you may have a decent kick out from the vehicle bumper, and then the width of your mobility device when you're picking it up from the center point. So that's quite far out. So when then you go to rotate into the vehicle, you're probably going to hit the side of the vehicle. So having this telescopic feature is a real positive, as it allows you to then retract the head back in, so then you can fit inside the boot. So it allows you to maximize the smaller boot spaces and also really ensure that you've got the clearance needed to pick up your device and stow it into the vehicle. So just to recap, you've got the up-down feature with the remote to get the device up and in, and also the in and out, and also that retracting feature. But for more information, feel free to give us a call. Mobility Engineering, one of our solutions specialists, will be happy to help you. And also, we'll come to you and we'll arrange for an assessment and trial these wonderful solutions with you. Catch you on the next one.